Hello and welcome to another edition of Getting Handsy's, unboxing series. Today we're looking at a game called Mistfall. It's kind of a board game, card game thing. So let's take a look. So here's everything out of the box. Fairly decent amount of stuff. Lots of cards. Lots of cardboard little squares. What we're going to do is go one by one through all of them. We'll see what we've got. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is the rulebook. Always good to know the rules. Lots of words, but not too many pages. So 19 pages total. Not too bad. Gives some pictures as well. So the second thing is the quest guide. This outlines the different quests. I believe there are 5 of them? Something like that. And then it also includes the story for Mistfall. So the background story, all that fun stuff. And then this is the Kickstarter guide that I got because I, again, kickstarted this. So it included new cards for a number of things, and then 2 new quests and a little bit more story. So there's that. So the next thing we're going to look at are these big cardboard pieces. This is called the Quest Charter. Pretty much everything is double-sided. I'm assuming for more advanced players you'd pick one side over the other. I'm not really sure which one's which. So there's that. As far as I can tell, it's kind of like a trying to see where you are type of thing. So quest, blah blah blah, time. How the encounters work. The next set of blocks, or cardboard pieces, are the heroes. They call them the hero charters again. These ones I do know that the red side are for inexperienced players, and this side, which is kind of a goldish yellow, I think, has this symbol up here that's like, it sounds to me kind of like elites in like an MMO or something, so you'd fight harder guys. But anyway, there are a number of heroes. Get to pick whichever one you want. They have stats, you know, special abilities, and then their starting gears over here. So there's those. This next section, we're going to take a look at the, these are the quests. So each quest has its own card. Into the Wilds, you know, gives you all the special rules, rewards, places, what kind of enemies you're going to encounter. Each card is double-sided, so lots of interesting, fun stuff on those. But that's how you... That's the overall objective, is you're trying to complete that quest. And so then, with that comes all of these. These are the location tiles. This is how you set up your board. I'm assuming that each quest, since it gives locations, would tell you where, where you're supposed to be going and stuff like that. And then it looks like each card has its own, like, not ability, but like a special zone type of rule, I guess. These are not double-sided. They just have a blank back, so maybe you flip them over or something like that. So there's those. Okay, so the next set is a whole bunch of cards. We're going to go through each type real quick, and then we've got some more after that. But, so, the first one is the time card deck. It goes hand in hand with that time quest charter, because there's the time. Basically, it sounds like at the end of each round you draw a time card, and the time card tells you how many boxes to move on the time thing, and then gives you an event. So, like as an example, this one is the Mists Are Relentless. So, collectively discard cards. Looks like armor cards, but anyway, so just different types of things like that. So again, those are the time cards. Look like that. This is the encounter deck. Encounter cards. Basically, each card tells how many bad guys you're going to be fighting and what type of bad guys. So blue, green, so on and so forth. Then there are also the special encounters. These are for the big guys, the bad guys, the big bad guys, basically. I'll show you in a second. There are 3 different types of bad guys. Blue looks more like purple to me, but blue, red, and green. Basically, those are the different types that you get in the encounter cards. You draw from these decks. You know, Cursed Walker gives their stats, abilities. Bone Sorrow, Magus, so on and so forth. Each deck has their own special type of guys, I guess. These seem to be more fire-oriented, red fire, you know, stuff like that. And then the green deck. Hey, look, an Ice Reaver, which looks kind of like a giant Yeti. Fellstalker. So these look a lot more like beasts. Green for maybe, you know, foresty beasts, stuff like that. So those are the regular enemies. Then we've got these special enemies, and they are the ones that the encounter cards had at the bottom, the gold ones. Basically, these are like the big bad quest guys. So here's, let's see, Guardhack the Charred. So he's a big bad green guy, special green enemy. Then they have different rules and different abilities and stuff like that. So looks like he gets bodyguards. These are double-sided. The special cards are. I'm not sure if there's anything different on them or if they just are continuations of the front. So those are, again, time cards, encounter cards, monster cards, special monsters. Well, enemy cards, sorry, and then special enemies. So here's the rest of the cards. We're going to go through again real quick. Here are just some player cards. They tell you how the rounds go, stuff like that. Next, we've got the item cards, and they're split into, I guess they're called the hero cards technically, but basically they're items and abilities that the heroes can use. So these first ones are just generic ones, potions, stuff like that. Anyone, it seems like, can use those. The rest then are broken into, each different character has their own. So there's a symbol here, and actually their picture correlates to the hero as well. But then there are basic feats, advanced feats, and then there are item cards. So the basic, or the gear cards. Basic gear. And so then if we just take one of these random hero cards, this is the Crow the Seeker. So his symbol is the blades. So we'd go in here, find the guy with the blades. So you get the picture. So the picture goes, the symbol goes, and then basically over here is what he gets in his starting gear. His starting gear goes down, or his gear goes down here when you're sitting it down. So you'd take out these things from the deck. You'd put all of the basic feats, the basic gear that is not included in here, in the starting gear. You'd put all the basic feats and the extra gear into a deck, and that's called your hero deck. The advanced feats go in a different pile. Basically, you can buy them later on in the game. So, anyway, so again, 7 heroes, 7 decks of hero cards, basic feats, advanced. Last but not least, we've got a whole bunch of tokens, and I've already taken them out of their little cardboard sheets, because I thought that would make it easier, and then I've put them in plastic bags, which plastic bags not included. But basically, there are a ton of tokens. Life tokens, gold tokens, miscellaneous tokens, and I'm assuming you'd use during the game. There's wooden blocks, and then there is, like, it looks like a party card. There's a little plastic stand in here that I'm assuming you'd stick in there, and it's probably how you show where your party is. So, anyway, that's it, Mistfall. Like I said, co-op game, fantasy, lots of monsters, lots of items. Should be pretty fun to play. Go pick it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching Getting Handsy.